All right, everybody. I already did weather coverage and I answered some questions. This is supposed to be more of a straightforward Q&A. Ask away in the chat. I mean, spam me with questions. I honestly do not care. I want there to be lots of questions asked. That's the point of this stream. Ahead of this historic hurricane to hit California as a hurricane for the second time in history. So I definitely do want questions to be asked. People really aren't taking this storm serious enough. Hello. Okay. Again, monstrous eye wall. Pretty perfectly defined on the outer part, but it's messy. It looks like a bean otherwise. Again, this is a Q&A. I will be going over the weather update at people's request. Yay, the stream's back up. It is indeed. And the storm's inner eye wall still looks like a bean. Actually, it's looking increasingly less like a bean. It's looking even worse, but okay. But yeah, the storm is no longer strengthening. This is a weakening storm, as is to be expected, though. Hello, Gaming with Eli. Hello, hello, Denny. Hello, Tycho. Again, the storm is like the size of Texas. It's a really, really strong storm that we're dealing with here. And trust me, it certainly wouldn't be getting talked about as much if it was an Atlantic storm. This happens in the Atlantic like every year. But yeah, the Atlantic is also firing up with activity. I'm mainly focused on the Pacific in the moment, but there's tons of storms to watch in the Atlantic right now. Now, I am ready to... Hello, Carter. I am completely ready for you guys to spam me questions, so ask away on the storm. Hopefully I did not just set myself up for any spamming, but okay. Again, the blue is where the cloud tops are the tallest. This is infrared, so the blue is the coldest, and the cloud tops are cooler the further you go up. So, therefore, as you progress through the grays over to the blues, you're having taller and taller clouds. In fact, commonly in the grays or whites, there's not even really any clouds at all. Yes, basically like 4 times a year. Hasn't happened yet this year, but I do expect that to change. Anyway, Baja California is beginning to get hit hard by severe thunderstorms. In fact, some parts of California are already seeing thunderstorms where there is currently a special weather statement that went on amazingly long, and it's still going. Earlier it was 93 minutes long, has 50 minutes left. It's just a insane that's already going to cause flooding. But there's already flooding alerts to that storm's north. And I expect to be seeing a lot more of these green boxes as we go on through these next few days. Is Cat 1 still expected for Southeast LA? Yeah, more than likely Category 1 strength. again, tropical storm or category 1 or both are both the most likely possibilities. I would say in the moment they're equally likely. 50-50 chance. If you are in the southwestern United States, primarily California, Baja California, and some other parts of Mexico, Arizona, Nevada, absolutely be getting groceries. I know I've been reading articles about how those areas are truly like not prepared. Like people have not been going to the grocery store and stocking up on items like at all, which is quite dangerous given the situation that's going on. Given the situation that we have on our hands, again, definitely be prepared. Stock up on food, bread, milk. Definitely be getting, definitely try to have a portable charger. Make sure all your devices are charged before the storm as well. Make sure that you have all the supplies you need, like flashlights, and that you have emergency plans in place. Hello, cool weather maps. Told your whole family in Southern California to potentially save a few lives. Maybe. That's what weather streamers are for, generally. Sorry about that. I'm just trying to get my iPad set up as it's low on batteries. Okay. I don't know if I said already, but cool weather maps. Hello. If you are new here, make sure to like, subscribe, share so everybody who needs it can get that information. Subscribe so you can stay ahead of the storm yourself, and ask wrong stream. Nice. And ask any questions you may have. I'm good, you? I'll probably be on until maybe 10 o'clock. I don't want to stay up too late because I want to be prepared for the actual event. This is kind of an extra thing that I'm planning to do in, like, really, I don't want to use the word, but kind of dire situations like this. Because, people are going to need it. But I also do want to save most of my energy for the actual event still. Not bad. That's good. You guys are much more talkative on this stream than you were last stream, interestingly. Probably because I have Q&A in the title. But yeah. Again, a really monstrous hurricane is happening right now. Would any of you guys... we have a condo in San Diego right now. Okay. You guys definitely want to be prepared. It's going to be making landfall pretty much at your spot. Like, really close. But yeah, the storm is going to be supposed to be going basically over you. So definitely be prepared for okay, good that you're in Colorado. But yeah, your place could be getting incredibly heavy rain, heavy big floods, gusty winds. If you're on the northeastern side of the hurricane, it could even spin up a tornado or two. Just a place we go during the summer. Yeah. Hopefully it's fine after this. I think it will be, but it's probably not going to be the case for everybody in that area. So I am trying to, get this update out to as many people as possible. Turning off 3D so you guys can again see how well defined this eye is. It's really like the outer eye wall is still really organized. The inner eye wall not so much. It now looks like a sheep, but yeah, this is a very very concerning event. It doesn't happen very much. There's only been several tropical storms that have affected California, and only one hurricane ever to do so. And this has a shot at affecting California as a Category 1 hurricane, and it's equal chances between that and tropical storm. Either way, it's a storm in the history books, and this particular situation is pretty bad because they're going to be getting rain from monsoonal moisture and moisture from this storm getting caught up there. Going to be getting rain before it, which could cause flooding, and then we're going to get this whole entire storm the size of Texas, which will bring massively heavy rain throughout a lot of that time. And then back behind that, there's monsoonal moisture to the east. So a lot of the west, basically the whole entire western United States is under the gun for some level of heavy rain and flooding, but mostly in California, Nevada, Arizona. Those are the main areas that need to be concerned. Also, obviously, Baja California and Mexico. You covering severe weather tonight or just Hillary? Uh, I'm thinking I'm gonna stick to Hillary. Um, I don't think that the severe weather isn't all that significant right now. I was pretty surprised at how long that special weather statement went, but generally, though there is flooding on top of it, that obviously adds to Hillary's situation. I think Hillary is the main storm to focus on tonight. Most definitely is. I'll obviously, like, whenever I cover the actual hurricane as it makes landfall in California, which I am planning to do that, by the way, throughout the hurricane. And then potentially, I'll be covering this whatever severe weather happens in the outer band or right next to the eye wall. And, technically a hurricane is severe weather in of itself. And then I will also be, tracking and possibly going live, depending, the monsoonal moisture that'll happen up to a week afterwards, because that could be a little bit heavier, a little bit more flooding, a little bit more severe, because of all the moisture that was just dropped from Hurricane Hillary just to the west. Hurricane, hurry to grab your groceries and necessities. Nice. Um, But yeah, again, Baja California already getting some of these outer bands, and then there is, I think, possibly at least to some level connected to this hurricane, some severe weather going on in California. But I think that's partially just, some level of monsoonal moisture. All right, now that there are 9 people watching, all of you, if you guys have any questions, especially if you live in California, Nevada, Arizona, Baja California, Mexico, mainly Western Mexico, absolutely ask questions that you may need the answer to. This is a more serious storm than most people there realize. A lot of them are not. They're not taking shelter, or they're not preparing. They're not, getting bread, milk. They're not getting supplies. They're not getting their phone charged, everything charged. They don't have a plan, etc. Like for if it floods. So people do need to be taking this a little bit more seriously. The eye is nice. Yeah, that is a really satisfying looking eye wall. And luckily, the winds around the eye wall are not affecting anyone yet. And right now, it's past its peak strength. It reached 145 miles per hour. Last time I checked, I easily could be outdated. 130. I gave my grandma the link to the stream so she can stay posted. So thanks for going live for us, by the way. Satisfying eye wall. You heard it yourself. Yeah. Do tell her though that I will not be live for that long tonight, but I will be live for the main event Saturday night, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then if there's any leftover monsoonal moisture or severe weather afterward, I can cover that. I'm planning tonight to be on until 10, and you can give any update, like you can relay any updates I make to her if she does not get on the stream fast enough. Satisfying and deadly. Yes. Bingo. I'm definitely going to pronounce this wrong, but Cabo San Lucas is about to get hit by a outer band. And an outer band had just now hit that area. You're welcome. So if I show you guys the past 250 frames, this is going to be absolute chaos because this is going to be chaos because my computer has trouble showing this many frames, but I'm going to show it to you anyway. Yeah, they're going to be getting hit by some really strong outer bands here shortly. I do not think they're going to get a hit though by the hurricane itself, but they're going to be getting some pretty strong winds in these outer bands either way, and obviously very heavy rain, lightning, etc. Your phone crashes if you load 250 velocity. Yeah. You think I almost got the pronunciation right. Almost. So close. Is east of San Francisco going to get flooded? Or floored? But no, east of San Francisco, maybe we'll get 1 inch of rain, but they are really not the main area to look out for. It's mostly to the south of San Francisco. They don't really have very much of a flooding threat. So here's a past 250 satellite frames. So as you can see here, on the 17th at 4:40 a.m., it barely had an eye. It was just beginning to peek out. I'll pause it as it, progresses. So by this point, it should be, or I won't pause it, but I'll go over it. At this point, it could be a Category 1 or Category 2 hurricane, I want to say. But yeah, no, San Francisco, east of San Francisco, should be mostly out of this. I think this is where it rapidly intensified. Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, yeah. You can see it rapidly intensifying there. Yeah, it's a little bit glitchy, but it'll do right now. Yeah, it is really running slow actually, but price to pay whenever you have a bad computer. I'll be getting one later this year, at the end of this year. This is right here, rapidly intensifying storm. This is last evening. So about 24 hours from now, 24 hours back, it was rapidly intensifying. I woke up to it being a Category 4 storm. So this is, at this point, a massively intensifying storm. At this point, it's getting close-ish to peak strength. Just a few more hours and it would be at peak strength. And it's probably at peak strength. I think I woke up at 8 a.m. this morning. I think it was about then. But yeah, as you can see, it has like a really nice eye right there. If only it wouldn't do that. It was worse before it crashed. Yeah, I kind of could tell it was going to crash soon whenever it started doing stuff. Yeah, it was a very, very well-defined eye. It started kind of getting a little bit more sloppy right here, but it pulled itself together after looking like a comma for a second. A sideways comma, which was nice. But yeah. Yeah, I know it's kind of glitchy. I just listened to a second of it. It's not the worst thing I've seen, but it's probably a little bit annoying for you guys, and I'll try to get it fixed, but I might not be able to until Christmas, and I get a much better computer. Then I should be good to go, but looks like Skype's chat bubbles a little bit. But yeah, now we're back to territory where we were viewing before. Just half an hour ago, and now we're like basically now. 4 minutes ago is what that looked like then. So let's move back to 7 frames. Alright, now, much more talkative chat, but no questions. So, some questions, but like not as many. So, any of you guys have any questions? Ask them now. Again, I'm going in 15 minutes, so just send me a message if the glitching gets to the point where you can't understand me. That's when I might have to consider turning off and turning it on. Do I like bread? Yes, I like bread. Who doesn't like bread? Come on. Who doesn't like bread? We being real here. Anyway. All right. But yeah, I would show you guys a visible satellite, but the thing is, it's nighttime over there right now. It is all across the United States. It would be pointless to show you the. Actually, I'll just show you just a. I know you guys know what I'm saying, but see, look, this is what it looks like if you're looking at visible satellite right now. You just cannot see the storm at all. Very nice view, huh? What's the best flavor? Purple, obviously. Purple, Tycho. Purple is the best flavor of grass. So will California get up to like a foot of rain? In extraordinarily localized spots, I think it's a okay, look, a little ghost. I think it's a low end possibility. I think there could be a couple very, very localized spots that get up to 15 inches. But I think that most areas will stay within 4 to 8. There definitely could be quite a few reports of up to 10 inches. But then once you get to a foot to 15 inches, I think that will happen. But that'll happen like very, very localized areas. And up to 20 inches is possible in Baja California in, again, extraordinarily localized locations. It's going to be very, very rare to get numbers that high, but I think that we might have a few measurements. I'm not sure if they'll be confirmed, but I think there could be a few measurements that are reasonable that could be that high. Hi, I'm Elijah's grandma. I live in California. He's been telling me about the storms that are coming, and I'm wondering if you think that they'll reach San Francisco. All right, well, I do not think that they'll reach San Francisco and be all that major. There could definitely be some rain in San Francisco. There's definitely the possibility for some rain. Um, I think it's mostly to your south. But yeah, I think not all, I'm not going to say all, but I think the majority of the rain will be staying to your south. You could be seeing a few showers or thunderstorms, an inch of rain at most, which I know is a lot in California, but it shouldn't be too bad up there. I'll be looking at the weather models for your area, so um, hang on for a second. Okay, so first of all, this thing will be making landfall in around 2 days or so. Just a little bit over, I think. So yeah, again, you were 48-hour time right here. San Francisco. Let me get them back into view. Okay, San Francisco was getting a couple of showers. Watch for localized flooding, but nothing much. Um, Heading up to 60 hours out again. Still a couple of little rain showers. You could be getting some periods of heavy rain, especially if you are to the east of San Francisco. But you're mostly going to be getting showers and thunderstorms throughout the day for a day or two, and that shouldn't add up too much. Appears to be about a 24-hour period where you're getting off and on rain showers and potentially a thunderstorm. But no, do not expect widespread flooding, but watch out for localized flooding, especially if you're in a flood-prone area. If you know anybody in Los Angeles, though, Los Angeles, Las Vegas, or San Diego, some populated areas, in that area, there's high possibilities for extreme flooding. So in that area, that's where you need to watch out more. All right, 12 people watching. Anybody have any more questions? I am going to be going in approximately 8 minutes, but depending on how many viewers I have on here, given that it's quite a few at the moment, I might stay on a little bit longer to answer more questions. So, again, if you have any questions, ask away. I've had several this stream. Definitely, definitely, be asking questions if you need any information. Flooding there in 48 hours. No, it's already flooding in some areas with the very heavy rainfall. That's whenever the rainfall rate's going to peak in 2 days, in and around that time range. I think the heaviest rain will ultimately be 54-ish hours out. But, yeah, in LA. But I think that, that could be, the range for heavy rain really is from 40 hours out to 60 hours out. So that period is whenever it's going to be the heaviest rainfall, therefore the most ongoing flooding. And then there could be flooding even days after that with the moisture. And there's already is some localized flooding. So it's just really, really kind of gradually building up. And then as it peaks, it'll be something pretty crazy. All right. The eye wall is looking a little bit sloppy, actually. Not the outer eye wall, but look at that inner eye wall. I mean, honestly, you can't ask for much more, but still, it's a little bit like it's beginning to look like a drawing of a star I would have made in third grade. Wait, am I somehow missing some sort of LA San Diego rivalry? Yes, you are. You absolutely are. Also, I think you mean San Francisco, because his grandma who was in chat, San Francisco versus LA, I think. Oh, you were born in San Diego, yeah. You're a mod because I gave you mod. But anyway, let's get back. I'm gonna get back on topic here. But yeah, I gave you mod because I don't know, I gave Wesley mod and I gave Rendell mod, so why not give you mod? Anyway. The 950 update really did show it, the eye wall looking a little bit more sloppy, but that is by no means a sign that weakening is all of a sudden much faster. Hurricanes are not like severe thunderstorms in that like a singular scan, like, in severe weather, a scan happens about every 2 to 5 minutes, I would say. It's in severe weather that can mean like the difference between there's a tornado on the ground and it's a rain shower. In a hurricane, it's much more gradual, and you have to watch it over time. There is some heavy rivalry going on in the chat right now, I swear. But, yeah. Um, if it said you want to turn that into questions, I would appreciate that. But no. I'm gonna go over the weather update while I'm just sitting here. While I'm just sitting here new to nothing, I'm just gonna go over the weather update. Uh, yeah. Elijah, I was saying that severe thunderstorms can, it can mean the difference that there's a tornado on the ground, and then like there could be a tornado on the ground one scan, then like a rain shower the next, and I was saying that those are much more just immediate changes rather than hurricanes, which are really, really gradual, and you have to watch those over time. So yeah, I mean, that's what I was saying. Do I prefer do I roast what two? I roast marshmallows, sure, and I prefer hot dogs. um, I'm sure there are some people who are watching right now and probably do not appreciate us randomly asking weird questions. And those people should be watching the stream and going to the grocery store and getting hot dogs, not watching the stream and seeing people talk about hot dogs. Okay? But yeah, again, we had uh, 30 hours out. Tomorrow, 8 p.m. That's whenever the heavy rain is going to start. Um, and then heading 40 hours out, the hurricane is obviously approaching. It completely fell apart. Um, and also did actually shrink in size. Well, it didn't really shrink in size, but it just put all of its remaining energy to its north by the appearance of it. See, look, the hurricane's still level with Baja California, central Baja California, but then it stretches all the way up into Nevada and Utah and San Francisco. Some rainfall's happening, so it really just spread its energy northward, like I do to my peanut butter bread. And 54 hours out, at this point, is Los Angeles' heaviest rain, as it's making landfall around San Diego. Heading 60 hours out, and by the way, that means that San Diego is doing better during the storm. So, Los Angeles is doing better during the storm. San Diego is getting direct hit, although it does go over Los Angeles shortly after. This heavy rain begins to head northward, and it just barely appears that it should miss San Francisco, just to the east. There'll still be heavy rains in San Francisco, not very much flooding. Now, moving north, it's outside of view. Hooray. All the way up to Montana, there's heavy rain potential. um, any specific supplies you recommend? All right, well, I highly recommend that you would get any I highly recommend you to get portable chargers before the hurricane really hits. Definitely charge your eye items. Make sure you have some way to receive weather updates, probably by weather radio, phone, etc. definitely be going about now. People in California, Nevada, Arizona should be going to the grocery store and getting today or tomorrow. Definitely go to the grocery store and get any supplies you need, like food, bread, milk. Definitely be getting basic supplies you need, and have a safety plan in place. So if worst comes to worst, your place floods, mudslides, make sure you have a plan to help you get through that. Um, but yeah, that's basically what I would recommend. Definitely be informing anyone. I don't care if it's with this stream. I don't care how you do it. Just tell anybody who is in the path of the storm to be prepared and that there's such a situation occurring. I mean milk from the grocery store. Not like you don't need a cow in your basement. Yes, I am like I don't care how you do it, just do it. Just inform people somehow. I mean, I obviously would prefer if it was this with this stream, but like any stream, any way to receive weather updates, that'll work. I don't really care. I'm here to, help, but good night, Tycho. Cake disadvantages, what? It's an inside joke, everybody. This must be really, really, really loud. And beef. I mean, I just use bread and milk as an example. You can get whatever you want. But yeah, now that I've gone over the weather update once again, now it's time for our last little Q&A time before I go. So everybody just ask me questions as you need them. I'll be on until 10:10. You have until 10:10 to ask questions. Gaming with y'all, you're not supposed to get cake disadvantages. What? I'm confused what you're talking about gaming with Eli, but a cow is the necessity. I've been in many hurricanes. I know. I know you're kidding. I maybe other people don't, but yeah, sure. What you just said. But yeah, those 13 people that are watching right now, I know you have questions. I know you do. You actually probably don't, but either way, if you do have questions, ask away. Especially if you have family members or you are in the path of the storm. Goodbye, Josh. Yeah, definitely. Okay, I can even extend this stream to 10:20 if you guys want. I mean, I respect it. I respect you making the situation a little bit less bad, but it's probably better to not act stupid right now. Like realistically, it's better to, not act like a clown at the moment. But yeah, I know you all have these questions burning. Become talkative. Okay. So again, I mean, this is a monstrous looking storm. There's not much else I want to go over. I'll go over, since you guys aren't asking questions right now, which I would much prefer if you guys did. I'll be and I do realize sometimes people don't like typing in the chat, and I respect that. But right now I am going to be I'll go over the National Weather Service forecast, and like how big the current storm is. First of all, there is in this storm a level 4 of or level 3 of 4. There's actually level 4 of 4 flooding threat across areas east of Los Angeles and south of San Diego. And then there's a moderate that includes Las Vegas, and I think, or includes, Las Vegas, and I think Los Angeles. I'm not 100% sure on that. But yeah, this storm has rapidly intensified overnight. It was a hurricane yesterday, became a Category 2 hurricane yesterday or a Category 3 yesterday in the evening, and then rapidly intensified into in the middle of being a Category 4 hurricane. It is now in a weakening trend. I think it's Cat 4, Cat 3 border right now. It's expected to weaken to a Category 1 or tropical storm and make landfall at that strength before ultimately really weakening really quickly, at least in tropical characteristics. It's obviously gonna exist all the way up until Canada, the remnants are, but it's gonna be not even ex-tropical cyclone by the time it gets to Nevada, because these mountains are really shredded apart. This is the cone of uncertainty, so it technically could make landfall basically on Las Vegas or Los Angeles. But the main prediction is showing that it'll be making landfall probably on San Diego area. Las Vegas will be getting heavily affected by heavy rains. The main winds will be going through areas like Los Angeles, or San Diego, and areas over in Phoenix could be seeing severe thunderstorms and heavy rains from this as well. And rainfall amounts, if you all are wondering that, because I know you all were wondering some stuff, so I'm trying to, get the information that you're wondering out. If you guys aren't going to ask any questions, I'll try to answer as many as I can think of, as many questions one might have. 4 to 8 inches is the main range. But there are going to be localized areas that could see 10 to 15 inches in the United States, and there could be like isolated spots that could see up to a foot to 15 inches. 10 inches is a maximum area I think will be relatively common. And then Mexico, I think there could be an isolated report of 20 inches somewhere. Whether or not that would be confirmed would be the question, but I think there could be some reports of 12 to 20 inches. But most areas can just expect 3 or 4 to 8 or 9 inches, which, mind you, is incredibly significant. But is incredibly significant, but is not as much as, if we were to see the storm like stall. Los Diego, what? But yeah, right now it's just sliding across the Baja California coast. It's probably not gonna hit Baja California, but it could absolutely get really close to doing so. It's really interesting that there's supposedly close to 15 people on, and then nobody has any questions. If you guys are on this stream, I know there's a reason you want to be on this stream. Like, it says Q&A on it, so if you're on here, I recommend you ask questions. You could just watch and follow along if you want as well. I'm fine with that, but it would make it easier to do this coverage if questions were asked, because then it would be able to know exactly what you guys want to know, and that's the point of this particular stream. If you want to see weather coverage, go to my channel, go into my live section, and go onto my live stream. Go to my live stream I did at 8:56 p.m. earlier. My previous live stream is one that was scheduled because it glitched. But then go to the one right before that, and you will get weather updates, just straightforward. And right here, this is for if you have any questions. And I will be going over stuff while you guys are, if you're not asking questions. Right now, you're the most talkative person, but I think there were a few contestants earlier as well. They all went to bed, though. Right now, you're definitely the most talkative person here. I mean, yeah, I probably should do that, but at some level, my brain just doesn't. Okay, I think I just clicked on the fire weather icon. I meant to click on the raindrop icon. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. I think it's the 3-day excessive rainfall outlook that I want to look at. Yeah, it is. Okay, and now I'm going to get rid of the severe weather. I don't know what you not sleeping does for you, but but yeah, now there's 17 people watching. I sure hope at least one of you guys has a question to ask, because that's really why I'm here today. By the way, everyone, I'll be doing weather coverage as the storm hits as well. So if you all want that, I'll be doing that as well. Brain is too advanced. He's too smart, guys. Try again next time. Nice. But yeah, there is a didn't speak in the microphone there. There is a 2 areas of level 4 flooding threat. Now, right here, you can see how most of the flooding is really staying to the east of San Francisco by the appearance of it, and to the east of Sacramento. California, Nevada, some parts of Arizona, certainly, and also some parts of Utah are getting in on this. And then this flooding threat heads pretty far north. In fact, there is a second area where there could be flooding in Idaho and Montana, where they're like a second 2 of 4 threat. And then there's the equivalent of a level 1 of 4 threat for excessive rainfall into Canada. Hacks people's questions from their brain. Will Los Angeles actually get 70-mile-per-hour tropical storm force winds, or is it the first time ever? And is it first time ever? Yes. Quite possibly. Well, second time. Second time for a hurricane to hit. And yes, I do know that that's probably not actually a question, but I'm going to answer it anyway. Los Angeles, or at least areas mainly to the east and especially south Los Angeles, could be seeing well over or into hurricane force winds and high end tropical storm force winds, at least. Quite possibly a hurricane. If it's a hurricane, second time ever in history. I can't say exactly what Los Angeles would get, but quite possibly in the 60 to 70 mile per hour range, depending on exactly where this tracks. If you all are new here, do like and subscribe. To first of all, never miss a weather update, and second of all, make sure other people get this in their recommended who need it, and also share this to anyone who you think may need this information, to anyone you know. And also, if you have any questions, throw them in the chat. I'm still meteorologically traumatized from the 80-mile-per-hour wind drizzle. Yeah, that was weird. I'm still, kind of focused on that a lot of times. I swear, yeah, this is the equivalent of a Category 1 hurricane. I've still been, in almost every single conversation I've had with people. I know, right? I have conversations with people. It's weird. But, no, every single conversation I have, I feel like I, mentioned that weird drizzle that happened in Oklahoma that had 80-mile-per-hour winds and had a severe thunderstorm warning, or should I say severe drizzle warning. Anyway, going back on topic again, San Diego might actually... I'm trying to check where exactly San Diego is. I always forget. I know where Los Angeles is pretty much exactly, but San Diego is in the level 4 threat, or level 3 threat, 3 of 4 threat for heavy rain. Now, if you head just to your east, there is a high level 4 of 4 threat. Same thing goes for Los Angeles. Level 3 of 4, but if you head just to your east, in fact, some of the metro is in a level 4 of 4. Now, looking up, Phoenix is in a level 1. Looking up to Las Vegas. Yeah, I know I did just now mention that with 15 people watching, and I bet all those 15 people are wondering what a severe drizzle warning is. But yeah, if you're wondering, there was an outflow or exterior storm wind driven drizzle that had created 80-mile-per-hour winds and briefly had a severe thunderstorm warning, but it wasn't producing any lightning. It was just a little drizzle. Hopefully that explained it to you. Outflow is just like the storm blowing out, you could say. It's hard to explain things in most people's terms. But yeah, Las Vegas is in a level 3 of 4 as well. Yeah, it's a little bit of an inside joke. He was the only one on the stream at the time. This stream's really successful. I mean, I do like it that there are 16 people watching. That's a good sign for my channel's growth. Now it's 15, but whatever. One person left because they were like, I don't want to hear this YouTube channel talk. The storm farts, extreme wind. Yeah, I guess you could say that, but I thought of that, but I didn't really want to say it. Not that it's bad to say it, but that I'm generally professional, I think. Anyway, Los Angeles, Las Vegas, San Diego, 3 highly populated areas are all in this level 3 of 4, which is a 40% chance of flooding within 25 miles of any location. The 2 highs are in relatively like much less populated, but there's still plenty of people in there. In these two pinks. And those two areas have a 70% chance of flash flooding within 25 miles of any point. If you are new here on the stream, share this video to get anybody who needs it. Ask any questions you may need. Like this video to get the YouTube algorithm to recommend it. And then hopefully my stream isn't glitching too much. And subscribe to never miss a weather update, especially if you live in California, Nevada, or Arizona, or Southwest right now, because you may definitely need it over the next week or so. Professional and cracking out a little joke once in a while, and being funny is a key to success, according to my dictionary I just made up. Yeah, that's the way most successful weather people are. Do, very, very professional, good graphics, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere, storm farts or something. But yeah, Los Angeles, high risk of, not high risk because not like that high risk, but a significant risk for flash flooding in Los Angeles, San Diego, and Las Vegas. Your stream isn't glitching at all anymore, confusingly. That is kind of confusing. I just realized it's 10:23. So I gotta go in a few minutes. I really do not want to end it on 16 people. Now that I said that, people are gonna leave, aren't they? But I have to leave shortly. Very soon. Couldn't have said it any better. I forget even what I said. Anyway. But yeah, if you have any last minute questions, like this is seriously the last minute or two that I'll be live, drop them in the chat. I will be watching for another minute. Send those in. I'll be watching until 10:26 Eastern time, which is my time zone. Absolutely, ask any last minute questions. I can answer them. I can answer them afterwards if you comment. But you said very professional and graphics, and then all of a sudden storm farts or whatever. Yep. Oh, 21 people watching. Okay. Nice. Los Angeles, again, has a very, very high flooding risk. Now, let's go to the satellite. I highly recommend, if you have any questions, that you ask. I'll be answering them as fast as reasonably possible. Kind of slurred there. But yeah, if you are under the threat, share it to anyone who is. Ask any questions, etc. Subscribe for more weather-related content. Like to get it out to more people. All of that. I would highly appreciate it if you all subscribe. It just takes a second, and hey, you get something out of it. You get weather updates on significant weather events, and you guys very well might need it in the Southwest this week. Through Saturday there could be monsoonal moisture in the or through next Saturday there could be monsoonal moisture fueled by this partially that affects the Four Corners states and possibly Nevada as well. So yeah, to support me, I would highly appreciate it if you just, subscribe. Just takes a second. Also, like the stream to get out to more people. Share to get it out to anybody who really needs it, that etc. Also, ask any questions in chat. That's really what I want to focus on. I want to get all of the information you may need. But But I can't really do that if you guys don't ask any questions. So I do really think you guys should just ask away, and I'll answer them as professionally as possible most of the time. Okay. Oh wow. I did not realize how perfectly circular the eyeball is now. Like now it's no blob whatsoever. That's impressive. I mean, if I'm seeing that correctly. Let me turn this layer off. My computer is such a delay. Okay. Oh man. Can we just take a second to appreciate that? Yeah, I'm screenshotting that. You keep it professional until I come along, and then it's a mix between professional and a circus or something. Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely correct. Um Once you come on, absolute chaos will ensue. And no, there's not a reason to leave, everybody. Don't take that as a reason to leave. You'll like our chaos, I think. I actually really do think you'll probably like the chaos. Most people do. But no, seriously, that eye is like this hurricane drew a better circle than I did, than I can. And I can barely draw a circle, like come on. But no, that's like the perfect circle practically on the outside. I mean, not quite, but like it's impressive. And on the inside, it's got a lot more organized as well. Like it's not a pinhole eye or anything, but it's impressive looking eye, even though it's pretty big. It's like a donut. Oh, it's a donut. I want to eat it. It's a donut now. It's a donut. Really trying to get personal. Yes. It's a donut. Donut. But yeah. Um, but no, seriously, if you guys have any questions, I mean, I think we'll be able to we'll be professional for answering y'all's questions. I will explain everything that you need to get through the storm. Um, I mean, I must have like explained everything. I was done a great job of explaining things. If the amount of people here, bro, we've been getting like 500% more viewers. I know I have. If the amount of people here, now you're like 15 to 20, living in Florida, no questions. Fair. very fair, given we're talking about California here. Quite possibly the case for a lot of these people. Weather enthusiasts or people just curious about what's going on over here. But yeah, really, really perfectly circular eye there. It looks very reminiscent of Hurricane Ian of last year. Hurricane Ian looks pretty similar. But yeah, perfectly circular eye there. Not quite, but something resembling a circle there. Yeah, well, nothing's happening and no one is asking any questions. Especially whenever I've already explained it several times. But yeah, given that the amount of people here is not going down and I can't have the stream running infinitely, I mean, I technically can, but that would like destroy my internet. So I am going to be going over this one more time. The storms details, and then like completely going over the details. Then I'll give you guys one more short. I know you guys at this point. I know you guys don't have any, but I'll give you guys one more little time to ask questions, and then I will go. So I'll be gone by 10:40. Or no, I'll be gone by 10:50. Even Nightbot's trying to get people to ask questions. No, 11 what? Yeah, I'm trying to give you all as many. I went a lot longer than I anticipated. I'm trying to give you all as many chances. Because I know there is like even if Terry didn't have any questions because he lives in Florida. If there's 19 people watching here, bound that at least one of you guys has a question and isn't asking it. There are other ways to ask me questions. You guys can do it in the comments or direct message me on Instagram. Weather_scale. First letter in each word is uppercase. So there are other ways to ask me questions, but it's really just easier to ask here. Okay, so again, 48 hours out, landfall. Basically, we're close to landfall. I'm not gonna quite say landfall, but landfall will occur on California. 54 hours out is really where California gets the most action of any frame. Again, the easiest way to reach me, I mean, right now, to ask questions, is that, I mean, some of you guys have been clearly staying, like, for the past hour, just watching us converse about how little questions are being asked and how many people are on stream. To be fair, it must be quite funny. But yeah, 60 hours out, this storm is making its way inland. Los Angeles at this point will be getting hit hard. So 2 a.m. Eastern time, so 5 a.m. on the 21st. Currently, what category is Hillary? Hillary is currently a high-end Category 3 hurricane. Or Category 4, let me check. I haven't checked the update since, I want to say 6 o'clock, so could easily be outdated. Hillary is currently a Category 4 hurricane, just holding on, just barely. It's at 130 mile per hour winds. 129 is a Category 3. 130 is a Category 4. So right on that thin line. But it will not be hitting California that strong. It'll be a tropical storm or Category 1 hurricane. Heading 72 hours out, it'll be fairly far inland, all the way into Nevada. So across California, except California will still be seeing a few rain showers. I mean, San Francisco, particularly at this point, could be getting a relatively heavy rain shower. And then at this point in the afternoon, this thing is a ginormous blob of rainfall stretching up close to Canada. Like, yeah, just a big blob, a vertical blob of rainfall. And then I do want to go over this one more time. I haven't gone over this in a while. So this storm just heads into Canada and infinitely goes north, practically. But for a few days at least, I've seen some runs say up to even a week. There's monsoonal moisture that's a little bit worse than normal because of the moisture that was left over. This monsoonal moisture will be happening in Nevada, Utah, Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, then up to Idaho, Wyoming, and Nebraska, right around 5 to 10 p.m. So 8 to 3 a.m. 8, yeah, around 8 p.m. each day. There's going to be very heavy rain showers. Like Hurricane Ian with Cat 4 or Cat 5. Yeah. Or sorry. Yeah, sorry. That would have been 2. Yeah. 2 to 7 p.m. 2 to 7 p.m. each day. I just live in Ohio, so I had to translate these. Had to do some calculations. But yeah, so until the 25th, I think I've seen, there's going to be worse monsoonal moisture than normal. Going north until it gets caught in the jet stream and turns into a low and then turns to a storm system for the northeast and then on and on and on. Yeah, basically. Well, until it dissipates completely. All right. Now that I've gone over that, I've gone over the path. One last question or one last chance for questions while I go over the prediction from the National Hurricane Center. Surprise me by how many questions there are. I'm not even gonna look at the chat. I'll look at the chat. Okay. And also, we'll change this over to satellite, and we'll give you a broad view. It's like a ride and people waiting to go on a ride, and every individual is a person in a storm system. Fire and old people make storm systems. What? Um, sure. You confuse me. So currently, a Hurricane Hillary is currently a extraordinarily organized Category 4 hurricane on the verge of weakening back down to a Category 3. As you can see here, as it tracks up northward, it is expected to tremendously weaken. So by the time it hits California, it'll be a Category 1 storm or a tropical storm. No matter what, it's not the winds that do most of the damage. It is absolutely the rain. Storm surge is pretty dangerous, but the storm surge is not as much of a concern here. Although there are very, very big waves, 40 to 60 feet, hitting Baja California and heading up the Gulf of California, some very, very big waves. But it's not as much of a concern as it is in a lot of other storms, where there's a lot bigger waves. But there's definitely some rip currents all the way up to California. Won't be much of a storm surge, maybe a bit on high tide. But the main thing to watch out for is flooding, though in the northeastern quadrant, northeastern eyewall, northeastern outer bands, there absolutely can be a tornado or two, and could be some severe thunderstorms. The occasional lightning strike, but most hurricanes don't really produce very much lightning. But yeah, this storm will be making it all the way up to Nevada as ex-tropical storm at this point, ex-tropical cyclone. And then its remnants will turn into a big blob and make its way into Canada, get caught in the jet stream, yada, yada, yada. You guys got to give me the check mark on YouTube for that quote. Don't question my logic. It's not that the wind is blowing, what the wind is blowing. Yeah. The news reporter that got hit. But yeah, I'll give you guys until 10:46 to ask any last minute questions. If you don't have any questions, I think you'll probably be bored here, but you can stay if you want. I mean, benefits my channel, but do whatever you want at this point. Ask away, or stay silent. Doesn't really matter. So let's take a look at the infrared satellite in 3D. Even if nobody was all that talkative, the stream definitely went very well. You mean 346 troll? Sure. Bleh. Bro said, sheep emoji. I'm doing the talking for them. I think I'm talkative enough to fill out paperwork for the 12 people. Quite possibly. All right, well, it's now 47, so let's do the outro. If you enjoyed this live stream, please like and subscribe.